This is a Socially Good TV highlight.
I'm just glad to be here. Huge fan of Ava DuVernay's work and the Exonerated 5 story. I wasn't around when it happened. In '89, I believe it was. I wasn't born until 1991. I'm 28 years old. And so when the production came out and I watched it, it was mind-opening and mind-blowing to say the least. Has anyone else besides myself seen the film, the series? Okay, cool. We're on the same page then. So when Brandon called me about 2.5, 3 months ago and told me what he was looking to do, I was all in. Ironically enough, I recorded the piece that I'm going to do for you all around the same time that I saw the film. So that's the only backstory I'll provide for you. And I won't be before you long, about 4 or 5 minutes. And this particular poem is titled Strangest Fruit. Uprooted, replanted, and plucked for profit. It's proven that we are by far the strangest fruit in this field, where fear is the farming tool used to damage the goods produced by my fruitful population. So we tend to inherit the habit to never look cops in the face, face forward, head down, disguise yourself is dead. At least they can't kill you twice, right? I've come to this particular conclusion from consuming news surrounding countless black lives, immortalized with Instagram captions on what seems to be a weekly basis, but I've seen black flesh flooded with shells along the shoreline of our lineage, like blackness is a beach where crooked cops love to camp out. I've even watched war commence on colored kids who wither like acres of daffodils, anchored in bodies of bloody water where the deceased are greeted with a deep indifference. I've even witnessed temperamental white teens being tamed with tasers, but black babies with empty hands oftentimes pacified with gunfire. I've even seen people pull their phones from pockets and purses like pistols to shoot indisputable proof, but see, Facebook footage is never a footprint for indictment here. The reality is that hands up or not, gunshots turn our torsos into hashtags. Therefore, we format tribute tweets in an attempt to retract that trauma, but that trick is never a treatment for our trail of tears. Especially when our flesh is known to float on cement against our consent as if we ain't already considered 3/5 a chip off the old block, way too black to blot or bleach. See, we preach on platforms digital. Repost are pivotal to ensure that the violent visuals are visible. See how sick this political climate is critical from transatlantic missions made miserable. Meanwhile, we witness dozens of broken bodies on breaking news, swing from a nightly noose of headlines. Headlocked by journalists who dared stock our stories with repetitious privilege, preventing us from ever forgetting just how well our black limbs make peace with the pavement, which proves that we drip pain by the pint and paint with palettes of pathological poverty. From memory, from trauma, from trying to fit into this sweet home Alabama. Georgia is still very much so on my mind. Mississippi has 4 eyes and is somehow still blind to all of the strange fruit falling from Louisiana's skies. And I'm supposed to act as if everything is peachy keen after apple seeds of deep-seated racism have mutilated my family tree for centuries on end. Thank you.
This is a Socially Good TV highlight.